Hello everyone, welcome to my actually first YouTube video. Today I went to Antwerp, a city in Belgium, the city where I live close by. And I went there to do some street photography with my Leica M4P. I loaded it with a roll of Kodak 3X film, it's a black and white film, and I took some shots there. I did a little tour there, and I also brought a little POV camera with me, so you can come along. So hop on the tram with me and I'll see you in Antwerp. We start our journey at the Cathedral of Antwerp. I had the idea to film my frame with the gate of the cathedral and wait till there's a subject passing by. I took these shots to warm up and get started. By the way, this is a realistic photography session, so you guys won't only see the gems, but also the less interesting pictures. In the distance, we see a roller shutter with graffiti and a few school kids passing by. I thought it would be a nice picture. And it's time to move on. Here we see a shop window. I thought it would be nice to take a picture of the people inside doing their thing. But when I see the picture, I think I stood a little bit too far. In the distance, there's a little dog wandering around. It's the dog of this waitress taking a little break, I guess. A picture of a cute dog is always a good idea, but I didn't dare to do it too obviously because of the waitress behind me. So it became a kind of a hip shot, but it surely worked out in my opinion. For the next frame, I saw a builder with a grinding wheel. There were a lot of sparks, so I thought it might be a good idea to take a picture of him. It wasn't. Then I moved further to what was maybe my favorite picture of the day. There was an old hairdresser's chair. Holy shit, hairdresser's chair is an impossible word to say when your native tongue is Dutch. So, there was an old hairdresser's chair behind the window. The building was kind of empty, so I took the picture with the reflections of the window. I love this picture, by the way. I also wanted to portray the ugly side of the city. So I saw a container with in the background a store that wasn't too beautiful. But in my humble opinion, the photo didn't really work out. Like I've said earlier, I'm using Kodak 3X400 film right now, but I shot this film at ISO 200, so I overexposed with one stop. And later when I developed the roll, I didn't pull the stop, but I developed with dilution H instead of B. That means less chemicals and more water, but developing for a longer time to make the dynamic range of the 3X a little bigger. That being said, for the next shot I saw some evenly spaced stores in the wall in front of us that could make a decent picture. Also here, The corner with the doors and the background with the AC units triggered me to take a picture. Now we arrived in a place called Felix Backhuis. There's, by the way, a very nice place to eat something, a hall with different food truck style restaurants. I really can recommend this place when you're in Antwerp. But I'm just yapping. Here I took a picture of the roof and the walls with the different structures. At the end of the hallway, there were some sculptures. Most of the time I don't like to take pictures of sculptures and statues because it's someone else's art. But because it gave light, I couldn't resist to still take a picture of it. And actually, I really like this one. Ah, fresh air, we're outside again. And outside I saw a beautiful building to take a picture of. I was too late with focusing and metering the light to take a photograph of these subjects passing by. So I had to wait a little longer. And there comes a cyclist. I am not ashamed of this picture, by the way. The cyclist that balances the van out in the other side of the picture works great in my opinion. There we see a few gates with graffiti. I thought the shiny BMW in the foreground would make a nice composition in contrast with the gates. And it's a real shame I missed those cyclists passing by. That's actually what makes making this video so interesting for me. I learn a lot from watching this footage and describing what's happening. And I also wanted to take a close-up shot of the door for the textures. And we are moving to the next frame. I wanted to take a wide shot of the Mas. That's the building in the background. And of course, I waited for a subject passing by. There comes a cyclist. When turning around the corner, I saw a structure. That's always interesting, isn't it? This is a kind of a ramp to reach a bridge with your bicycle. Right now there is no one that I can use as a subject. That's a pity. But I hope there will be someone soon. Oh, there is someone. And I love this shot, but I think I would like it even more if the person was spaced between the pillars of the bridge, right in the middle. Let's take another one of the same subject. I like this one also very much, maybe even more than the previous one. You can see that the van in the background disappeared. I removed it digitally to make a slightly cleaner composition. The next picture is just an architectural shot, a composition with a curved line and a straight line. And let's walk on the bridge. You can't see it, but there's a cyclist passing by, so I got my camera ready to take a picture of it. I really love this picture with the curved line of the bridge and the straight lines of the building. And there is the pedestrian and bicycle bridge at Parkspoor Noord in the north of Antwerp. This is actually the reason why I came to this side of the city. When the weather is good, it's very nice. But of course, today it's grey. But nonetheless, the textures and structures of this bridge are phenomenal to take pictures of. I'm not ashamed of this picture. Some negative space to balance out the busy background of the buildings. I also took some pictures through the holes of the bridge. I'm in love with the dark shadows of the bridge and the light structures of the buildings behind it. Here I saw a zebra crossing with a pedestrian who was waiting for a green light. I am not ashamed of this shot, actually. For the next shot, I thought it might be a good idea to take a picture of a traffic light through one of those holes. I think it's kinda nice to see a traffic light as a subject in a black and white picture. It's almost like your imagination automatically fills in the missing color. And that was all concerning the bridge. I see some lovely puddles here to make some nice pictures using reflections. But I'm seeing them now, as I'm recording a voiceover. I totally ignored them while shooting and took a picture of a lamppost? Okay, it kinda looks cool, I guess. Let's move on to the next picture. There are some very nice buildings here, but not so many pedestrians. There is one, but I totally ignored it again. But I saw a gap between two buildings. Maybe that's something nice to shoot. Also, I wish I had a 50mm lens right now, because I think I was standing a little bit too far. And again, a runner that I totally ignored. I think I was getting a little tired. What do I see there? A puddle! Will I ignore the puddle this time or use it? Hooray! I used the puddle! With just a few pictures left on my roll of Kodak 3X, I saw a guy and a dog over there, which I totally ignored again. But I saw some interesting pillars on this building where I could possibly shoot through. And now I just have to wait till there's a subject passing by. For the next shot, I was waiting till there's a pedestrian passing by. But I forgot to use my film transport lever, so my camera wouldn't fire. Shit. And then the only option is to wait for another pedestrian. That was it for today. Thank you very much for making it this far in the video. If you like this video, please give me some thumbs up or follow my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. You can also find a lot of my pictures on my Instagram account. If you have any remarks or questions, please ask them in the comment section below. I would love to interact with you. By the way, I develop and scan all the film I shoot myself, and maybe I'll do a video about that in the future as well. To wrap this video up, I am going to print 3 of my most favorite pictures I've taken today. Bye!